A district court judge out of Louisiana issued an injunction blocking the Biden administration, so think about this, from contacting social media companies with the purpose of suppressing political views and other speech normally protected from government censorship.
There's a crucial difference between the government as speaker, when the government can say what it wants to say, versus the government, Andy, as censor, which is what was happening here.
He says it at the beginning. He says, if the allegations made by plaintiffs are true, the present case arguably involves the most massive attack against free speech in United States history.
The judge says outright it's conservative speech that's being targeted by the government. They're not going to stop trying to do this next election cycle. They might try to do it different ways. But what's interesting here is they're appealing. Now, what are they going to certainly appeal? We are allowed to do this. We're allowed to tell them what they are allowed to post.
Here's what they're going to try to do, because you see it in the opinion. They're going to argue government speech. They're saying, no, we don't control the censors, but we can convey a message to the censors as the government saying, we'd rather have you not do this. The problem with that is, and we know a lot about government speech since the main case on government speech, we argued. And it was government speech in that particular case. We were representing the government. So we understand that issue from both sides. The issue when it's government speech is the government can convey a message. Do not smoke. The government can convey that message. It doesn't have to say the other side says you should smoke. It doesn't have to do that. What the government cannot do, though, is go and say, you, third party, censor this message. That's viewpoint discrimination. And then you've got it being done by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. So if you're Mark Zuckerberg or any of these groups and the FBI's coming to you, Andy, you were a U.S. attorney, you worked with the FBI,
right?
It's fairly intimidating, even for Mark Zuckerberg.
These social media companies have come out and said, yes, we were doing this. I mean, Twitter banned the New York Post Twitter account for posting about Hunter Biden's laptop. Mark Zuckerberg said they did stop serving it. And basically, you think you were posting it,
You were posting it, just never getting served.
It wasn't being served, so no one was seeing it. And so, again, we also know that this is because the government, where they were utilizing the FBI or other resources, were coming directly to them and telling them what to choose, what to pick, and what you also can't pick.
This fight's going to continue. To watch the government try to ban speech based on its viewpoint, its content, is at the very core, Jay. You fought this. You would know the law better than I'll ever know it. But it's just a common sense matter. I don't want to deny progressive leftists from saying stupid things, right? Let 1,000 flowers compete for the American mind. I have confidence in the American people. But when the government steps in and uses viewpoint to discriminate and censor, two things happen. One, we miss the ideas. And second, I think everybody starts to self-censor. People start not saying things they truly believe. And that's how republics fall, Jay. And I'm so glad that the ACLJ is there working tirelessly on so many fronts to protect it every day. If we get this wrong, if we get this freedom wrong and we allow government to begin to claim something is disinformation because it's undesirable from their perspective, bad things follow, Jay. You know that.
If you question anything about COVID-19, if you questioned anything about the Hunter Biden laptop, if you question the election and what was going on with the election, it was immediately banned. And what they've said is, that's speech. The government can the government can promote, as many vaccines as it wants. That doesn't mean they should be able to just cancel people out from speaking or having a viewpoint.
I want to be clear here that we're not just talking about something. We're taking direct action on this, and we're in federal court right now to get to the bottom of this. And once you get to the bottom of this, then you get congressional oversight. Once you get congressional oversight, guess what you get? Change. That's what happens. So that's what we're working on right now. And Jordan, we are literally in federal court to get to the bottom of this. But they put their thumb on the scale of what information they want you to get and what information they don't want you to get.